and welcome back to Daily Buying Tips. I'm Dean Berman from Berman Buys. Today we're going to talk about savings in the bank versus buying a property. I mean, who doesn't like saving some money? Having some for a rainy day? In the bank, you typically earn interest. I found recently saving rates banks are offering are around the 2% mark. In property, you typically earn rental income or rental returns, and those typically yield around 3 to 5%, depending on the location. The key benefit with money in the bank is liquidity. You can use the money whenever you want, though the negative is obviously a much lower return. The benefit with property is basically the leverage, as most buyers borrow money from the bank. Let's say you put down 10% of the whole price. For example, a $500,000 property would need a $50,000 deposit. If you put the same $50,000 in the bank at the rates that they're offering, which is around 2%, this would equate to around $1,000 a year. This is really what makes property really interesting. As the asset is much larger than the money in the bank, your returns are multiplied. So let's assume that a rental return is at the lower end of 3%, and your asset base, in this case, is roughly 10 times what would be in the bank. Your return is going to be somewhere around 15 grand a year versus $1,000 in the bank. Though prices in property, they can obviously go up and they can also go down. And that is definitely part of the equation as well. Prices go up, obviously a positive, and vice versa. The other key difference with property is it's a physical asset. You can touch it and feel it. You can change the way the layout is. You can enhance the decor and even the styling of the property to make it more appealing and attractive. In turn, potentially adding more value to that property and creating potentially, once again, more equity within that property. It's not every day that you can render your bank account.